All right, we are now on the 5010 transition tab of the insurance plan setup. I got to the screen by being logged into GlowPM, edit, contacts, insurance plan, search your plan, modify. The 5010 transition tab, a little background on this. Several years ago, there were some changes to the electronic claim file, and there was some information that was no longer needed. And each time they make a little bit more, over the years, they've made adjustments to what they want included or excluded from these electronic claims. And then there's some insurances that decide they want to follow the old-fashioned rules. So every payer is different on what they want to see on these electronic format claims. The 5010 transition tab gives us the ability to include information that was once not needed, or once was needed, then they decided they didn't need it, and we want to include it again. Or there's information that they need that not all insurance claims should include. So this is where we're going to add more information to the claim on an individual insurance plan basis, so only the insurance plans needing this information receives this information. So to enable this tab, you have to, in PM admin, go to settings. Of course, I clicked the wrong thing. Go to settings and go to, there is a 5010 transition tab here. ANSI 4010, 5010, we have to check this box that says Enable Insurance Plan 5010 tab. Also, everybody's ANSI should be set to ANSI 5010. This is the correct reporting for electronic claims. I digress and I apologize. Back to the 5010 transition tab. I will go through each of what these checkboxes include. They're pretty self-explanatory. When the rendering provider is the same as billing provider, sometimes that information is, if this box is not checked, it's not going to send the rendering provider when it's the same as billing provider, because many insurance companies decided they don't want that information duplicated. However, there are still many insurances that want that. So if they want that, you would just simply come in here, check the box, save and close, and resubmit the claim. Box 32, I get this question a lot, is blank. And that's because if the service facility is matching the billing provider, we do not send that information. Again, insurance companies decided they didn't want duplicate information. But, as always, insurance companies have different rules. If they do want box 32 along with box 33, regardless if they're matching or not, you would just check this box. Many years ago, we removed the subscriber's address and date of birth when it was not the patient from the claim file. If you want to include that, just simply check the box. Include ordering provider when same as rendering provider. I see this often with DME claims, or ordering, when you have an ordering provider that's ordering an extra service. If it is the same as rendering, it defaults not to send the ordering provider. If you need it to send both ordering and rendering provider, check the box. Pretty self-explanatory. Include the referring provider with the supervising provider. When a supervising provider is selected, it generally will not select that referring provider unless this box is checked. Include referring provider with ordering. So if you want both of these providers to be reported on the claim, you need to check the box. If you are doing any electronic workers' comp claims, this next checkbox will assist you. If you need to include the Social Security number on the claim, this box will have to be checked. This is a new feature. There was an insurance plan that wanted the modifier to be included in Loop 2430, which is an electronic segment of a claim. So that 2430 tells us where in the claim they want this information. If you're getting rejections that say they need the modifier in Loop 2430, you would just check that box and we would include the modifier that's on that claim line also in this requested loop. Prior patient payments. In the claim, we have payment amount segments. If you want to include the prior patient payment on here, you would check send. That would include it. If you don't want to send this amount segment at all, you would just do none. Or you could pick none and it would put nothing in that segment. And those are your 50-10 transition checkboxes.